welcome back to Glory Hunter with me, Alex, and since last time I shall show you what we've been up to. So last time out we played PSV and Cagliari. Pretty entertaining episode, 5-1 in the first game against PSV, a very big win for us, and then also Cagliari, a 3-0 win against them. We did very, very well in that game as well. Since then, we've had a bit of a dip in form, but it's come back up, and we're doing okay again. So, Sampdoria, we won 4-0 away from home. I thought it was going very, very well. And then a 2-1 loss to Fiorentina, a 91st minute, winner for them. Not an equaliser, a winner for them. And then a defeat at home to Lyon. It was looking a bit shaky after those two games. 2 home games in which we lost. And then away to Atalanta, we drew. And it was all going a bit downhill. It was all crumbling a little bit. But we picked it back up. We then played Citadel, in which we won 2-0 at home. Pinamonti doing the business for us. And then Bayern Munich away from home. A huge game for us. Manolas, Hamucci and Gaifa also coming through. And then Roma away from home. This was a very interesting game. A lot of goals came towards the halfway point. So 33 minutes, 39th minute, 2-0 up. I thought it was going brilliantly. Then a goal just before half time, 40th minute for them, sort of switched the momentum of the game. And then it went to 2-2 towards the end. So we've done all right against AS Roma away from home. In the league, we're doing pretty well against our rivals in the top 6. Oh, of course, and then a win against Torino as well, by the way. But yeah, doing well against the top 6 sort of thing. Juventus, AC Milan, and Lazio. Fiorentina maybe not so much, getting that loss against them. But Cagliari as well. Top 6 there, we're looking pretty good. A win today against AC Milan away from home could put us in good stead to go perhaps top of the league. We can overtake AC Milan for sure. But Juventus are doing quite well. It's still very tight. It's 5 points separating first and 8th. So nothing really, 2 points separating first and 6th, which is the biggest one. But we shall see how we get on this game. So let's go straight into it. I'm already loaded in more or less to the match preview. Here we have it. We have got the better of the last few years, but I want to see if we can perform even better. Now, Hamucci is out injured and he hasn't been performing great of late. Arthur can come back in for Henderson. Lo Celso had a good game out last time. But should I bring back Stefan? Stefan's not been in that great a form. We are sticking with this 5 at the back formation, which I really do like, actually. Lombardo's injured, so he can't play. Amavi's been playing well there. Guga's not been in the greatest of form, but since he's wanted by Paris Saint-Germain and Barcelona, it might be worth getting rid of him. He is valued at 45 million. He looks, on the surface, he looks very good, but physically he's incredible. But technically and mentally, I know he's got a lot of 14s within it, but the average around there is about 11 and 12, so it's just a case of whether or not we can get someone in to replace him. But Lecoq has turned into an absolute worldie of a player. 5-star rated star player for us. He's been putting in great performances, as well as Pinamonti, who's been absolutely firing them in of late. He's been in great form. So I think this is what the lineup I'll go with. Maguire can sit on the bench. Lombardo's obviously injured. Hamucci as well. And as well as that, I don't think I need to put anyone else into the side. So we are rolling out with Lafont in net, Amavi, Quensa, Manolas, Koulibaly and Guga, Lo Celso and Arthur in the midfield there. Lecoq is the attacking midfielder support. Gaifa and Pinamonti up front against AC Milan. We're going to hit it with the balanced. In fact, I'm going to go cautious because we went cautious against Bayern Munich and we did very well. So let's see anyway. Let's see. I think Lecoq might actually be a bit fatigued, but I'm not even seeing it, to be honest. I was just looking at what's my strongest side at the moment. But we have been struggling against this formation, the 4-1-2-2-1. Obviously with the 2 wingers. Oh no, he's all right. He's only on 52. So, I know you want to avenge yourselves against AC Milan after last time. I'm going to tell them passionately again as well that I have faith in them. And let's see how we can perform against AC Milan. Obviously, against the top 6 sides, you've got to sort of put on a bit more of an emphasis on who you want to tightly mark. Memphis Depay, I know, is a very good player. Bruma wants to press him a bit more. Don't give him that much space. Kessie wants to try and get a bit closer to him. He was obviously top goal scorer last season. And surprisingly, Eder Militao was moved to AC Milan. That is a very strange one. 51 million, a good buy for them, if anything. And we shall kick off the game. There we go. So let's see how we can perform. Obviously, if AC Milan do draw this game, they go top of the league. But Lazio, Juventus and Fiorentina have the games in hand. I am hoping, though, that we can get probably something from this game. I'm going to tell the lads to show a bit more passion. See what we can get behind the ball. Guga's looking a bit frustrated by that. But, I mean, what do you expect? Bruma with the ball in. Can he find anyone? Diamande on the end of the box. It looks like we might win the ball back here, and we do. And can we come forward and counter-attack? Pinamonti, can he get past his man? He can't. And KO intercepts it. Tackles him, sorry, not intercepts. And it sort of resets again. They're moving it through the midfield. Can our defender get there? He can't. Kessie again seems to be more of a pivotal point in this midfield. Probably sitting a lot deeper. Buardo now on the ball. Can he find the ball out wide? I know he's taking it a long way there. Bruma, close him down. Come on, Guga, that's the one. Two men on him, though. Memphis Depay at the front post, and there they have it. The first goal of the game goes to AC Milan, which isn't what we really want here. I don't know how to switch this up, really, because this is sort of the strongest team we can do. They have got that overlap over on that right-hand side, which we sort of lack sort of someone in that position. Maybe if I drop Lecoq a bit deeper into that midfield position, that might be the one to do, actually. Lecoq a bit deeper here, playing him as an advanced playmaker. It allows Arthur to drop a bit deeper and Celso come a bit further back. There we have it. An instant highlight after the change. Let's see what comes of this. Lecoq into Arthur. Dropped a bit deeper. Lecoq, can he do a bit of magic? Donnarumma with the save. He hasn't made the move, actually. I'm surprised I haven't seen him make a move yet. He is quite hard to entice away from AC Milan, but yeah, an interesting one to see that he's still there. I'm going to demand more from the lads as Arthur has a free kick. He has a go on goal, and it's just the wrong side of the post. And unlucky there. I'm hoping maybe the fitness side of it might take us just over the line here and get us maybe an equaliser. As Kessie's coming forward, we know he's lethal after last season, and he just puts that over the bar. Kessie's a player that I never really thought he was going to be that great, but mentally and physically he's an absolute monster. And then coming forward as a box-to-box midfielder, he looks very, very good. We haven't played too badly, though. I'm going to be calm with it. I'm going to say, express yourselves, sort of get out there. I'm going to tell them there's a lot more to come from them. I appreciate the effort in midfield. You've been playing well. I'm going to get a bit assertive with the lads up front. And there's a lot more to come from you. Right, there you go. They're happy. Right. Pinamonti's not really been on form today, nor is Lecoq really. Might have to bring on Stefan just to try and get things going. Team instructions wise, let's go a bit more direct. Get it forward straight away. Maybe shoot on sight. We've not had that many shots this game that I normally like to see. Let's see if that changes anything up. Might have to go positive, if anything, as Lafont kicks the ball out. That was a very poor ball out, to be fair. Buardo can't get the ball there, and Lo Celso, there we go. Guyford's on the edge of the shoulder of the defender. Can he get a shot on? Oh, come on. What was that? Right, it's the 60th minute now. We're going to make the changes. Hamucci's going to come on for Guyford because he's had a shocker. An absolute shocker. I don't know what that was. He can come on. Lo Celso's playing well. Lecoq's having a very poor game. I'm going to bring on Stefan just to try and get something going in the midfield. Arthur's playing well, as well as that. Manolas hasn't been playing particularly great, but I'll probably save the substitution for later to see if anything goes down with Lo Celso or Amavi, who are playing pretty well. I'm going to tell the lads to get a bit more creative. I'm going to push them forward. Get them playing a bit more positive football. Get going forward. See if we can do anything with this. Memphis with a free kick. We know he's very good from them, and he's put that in the back of the net. Lafont letting us down. AC Milan leading 2-0 now. There's nothing we can really do about this. Belotti's come on, an experienced striker. Memphis. What is that curve? That was like a Dimitri Payet West Ham free kick. That was unreal. The five at the back really hasn't worked out for us this game. I think that's going to be more or less it from this game. A pretty quick one. I'm demanding more from the lads. We need to see more from them. It's really been terribly poor. 93rd minute now. I think that's going to be about it. And that is it. 2-0. Memphis Depay coming back to haunt us, really. Obviously, putting aside the result, that was a shocking performance. I'm not happy with the performance out there, lads. I want to see better. That was really poor. So, we move on to the Bayern Munich game. Let's see. Oh, Thomas Tuchel, speaking of, it was a terrific performance from them, but he is obviously very, very good at his managerial stints. So we need to change up this sort of... Well, we're probably going to stick with the formation that we're playing here, as we are at home. That was a very poor result for us there. Expecting a bit better. That puts AC Milan top of the table, with Juventus still to play in Fiorentina as well. Lazio obviously winning their game goes above us. We're probably going to drop down to 6th place now, which isn't fantastic. Oh, 5th place. Cagliari still got that game in hand, as well as Citadel actually, so they could go ahead of us. AS Roma doing the business against Juventus, which is pretty good to see. So we don't want to see them get too far ahead, but obviously AC Milan now being 5 points ahead of us is not particularly great. Yeah, feeling just trying to make sure that the emphasis on how badly we played is coming through. But yeah, we're doing all right. We're doing all right in the league. I mean, all right isn't really cutting it. I wanted really to see us be like a boom from the players, but nothing's really coming of it. Hopefully, though, we can find the form in the future and potentially do much better. I'm hoping anyway. So yeah, I don't know why I'm still talking as if I'm trying to go through to the advancements. I will meet you again at the Bayern Munich game, where again, hopefully, I say a lot of hopefully. This season is basically full of hope. If at any point we're not looking like we're going to win the league, I'll probably move clubs and see what we can do. But yes, I'm going to go back into the end of the episode sort of thing. That sort of shows you the mood I'm in after that game. But yes, I'll join you back when we get back to the Bayern Munich game. I'll have a play with the tactics, see what we can sort of do. And yeah, I'll rejoin you there and see what happens. Right, here we are. We are back and it's 8 o'clock in the universe. We're about to kick off in these games. So, last time round we beat Bayern Munich. In this game, if we do beat them, it's most likely we're going to go through. A win against PSV would put us in good stead as well. The tactic, I've not really changed because I don't know where exactly we can probably do much better. Obviously, Lombardo coming in that left-back position is pretty much vital for us at this moment in time. He needs to be in the side as much as he can because he performs very well for us. Whether or not I play like a 4-4-1, I'm not entirely sure because I can play like wider midfielders. Or I've even been thinking of just referring back to this formation because I know Manolas just doesn't play particularly well for me, and Jordan Henderson is a deep line playmaker, makes a lot of sense. So yeah, I'm going to see what I can do. I'm going to take Lo Celso off as he didn't have much of an impact on last game at all. So yeah, he's coming off. Stefan's coming on. I know they have a good link up, Arthur and Stefan in that midfield. I'm going to have him as a deep line playmaker. Have Jordan Henderson more of like a ball-winning midfielder. Play him there. Pinamonti, I'm going to bring on Hamuche up front. Have Pinamonti as a poacher rather than Hamuche because they've got a good link up at the top. As well as that, have him on the bench. Thauvin hasn't really played well for us. I think I'd probably put him on the transfer list if anything. He has not been very good for us at all. You'll see it here, right here, live. Boom, there he is on the transfer list. Doumbia, I'm paying for him, so he's going to sit on the bench. But he's just not been playing well for us at all. So yeah, I think that's more or less it. Moise Kean can come on for... Amavi, yeah. In fact, I need a goalkeeper. Oh, I haven't even got a goalkeeper. Right, it's going to have to do. So, we are at home against Bayern Munich. I'm going to go balanced because we know how strong Bayern Munich are. I don't know if you've seen their team. I believe they still have Lewandowski up front. Can't remember their side from last time. They don't have Koeman anymore. He's left. Odegaard, that was the big change. Ndidi and Tolisso in the midfield too is an absolute lethal partnership. They have a lot of regens. Horta, for example. I'm not entirely sure about these new players coming through, but he looks incredibly good. 20-year-old wonder kid, naming him. Another centre-back here. 9 heading on that centre-back, not particularly great. I think these must be backup players because Theo Hernandez isn't playing. And as well as that, 19-year-old Potzinger, who looks like potentially he could be a very good player, but at the moment, not fantastic marking-wise. So, it might be a game where we might have a lot of luck here. Let's have a look how we can do. Let's give the fans a performance to cheer for, and I'm also going to tell them I have faith in them again. See if we can get something out of them. Lafont not particularly playing well last game. He could just become a European goalkeeper. I might start playing I think he's a 19 or 20-year-old sort of wonder kid. As Bayern Munich go very close, I just went silent there because I thought That's a highlight straight from the off. Come on, lads. Concentrate. Concentrate, boys. Right, let's see what we can do. Bayern Munich obviously trying to get a win here because they need it big time in terms of the table. We're not playing very wide here. I'm on extremely wide as well. Let's get the tempo up. Play a bit more direct. Go for the... I don't want you to overlap. I want you to play out the defence and work it into the midfield straight away. Let's drop us a bit deeper because we need it. And yeah, play it, distribute it to the centre-back so they can do stuff with it. I want us to hold the shape as well. Just hold the shape. Don't counter, just hold that shape. So yeah, what was I saying then? The goalkeeper, I think Lafont's very good. I'll give it, well, not very good, he's good. As Pinamonti's going through on goal, there's a chance there. Kimmich with a bit of a dodgy touch as well. Boots it out and Correa finds it. Correa, sorry, not Korea. But yes, I think in terms of sort of goalkeepers, I might start switching it up a little bit because I am a bit on edge as Lafont. Lafont's pretty good, but developing the younger goalkeeper might be a bit better for us long term, as Lafont's sort of like 25, 26, so he can play the European games, a bit more experience for them. But yeah, might bring in the 19-year-old. I'll play him in the next game against, I believe it's not Sampdoria, Sassuolo. Who's the next? I can't remember the next game. It begins with an S. But yeah, I'll play him in that game and see how he performs. But hopefully, that might change things up for us. Keep going out there. You can still win this. I'm going to get a bit served. There's a lot more to come from you, lads. There is a lot more to come because you're not playing well. Simple as. We won't say nothing specific to say. Let's tell them to get a bit more creative. I want to see a bit more, in fact, get a bit more positive as well. Let's try and push forward. That's a very poor back pass. Pinamonti's through, plays it to Haymanager. He's got the finishing. Come on, lad, he's one-on-one. And Pinamonti's, I don't know what he did. He was, that was it. That was it then. That was the goal, but it's just come to nothing. Arthur's looking very tired. Arthur can come off. Going to bring on Doumbia just to have a bit more presence in that midfield. Obviously, Stefan's very physical himself, but Doumbia as well as Henderson, who sits a bit deeper. He's a bit of a physical presence as well. I don't want us to lose this game in any way, shape or form now as far as we've come. Hernandez, though, with the ball into Lewandowski, it's dealt with. Haymanager now. Guga, can he just play the ball over the top? Oh, he could have found Pinamonti there. Played back to Koulibaly, back to Lafont, and now we're going to start again from the back. Cuenca, can he find Lombardo on this left-hand side? He can't. It's back to Guga, to Koulibaly. We're playing it round at the back here, a bit risky. I'm not entirely happy with how we're doing. Koulibaly, play it to the midfield. He doesn't. He finds Pinamonti, though, who's now through on goal. Can he finish? He does! Pinamonti finishes. It's the 63rd minute. We're now 1-0 up against Bayern Munich. That puts us on 9 points. And if Lyon get a win here, it could be the end of Bayern Munich's run in this competition. As Pinamonti, I thought he was going to put it to the right of the keeper, but he just slots it underneath, nice and calm going through on goal. 10th goal of the season for him. He's doing really well. Haymanager just, for as good as his attributes are, he's not performing anywhere near what I thought he would be. I know he's only 20 years of age, but normally sometimes 20 years of age is where they start to really come out and shine as Stefan goes through on goal, and that's a very poor ball across. I thought that looks more like a pass than a shot, to be fair to you. As we're coming up to the 74th minute now, looks like I might have to take Guga off. He is struggling out on that right-hand side. Gnabry apparently has a go, but the highlight starts from a throw-in. Another poor pass back there, a very poor pass back from Ndidi. And come on. Come on, Pinamonti, you need to see better than that. Right, Calabria is coming on. Haymanager's had a very poor game. I'm going to let Gaifer have another go in the European games. I might stick with Gaifer for the Europe games then. It'll make a bit more sense. Pinamonti, really I've bought quite a lot of youth players in. When maybe should have gone for prime players, if you know what I'm trying to say. Like prime 26-year-old players that are banging them in for fun. Perhaps for the likes of Kessie, for example, in the midfield rather than Stefan. But Lecoq, I know we bought him the first season of the save. Lecoq and Stefan doing very well. Carino through on goal. Oh, it was offside. Honestly, I thought that was a goal there. It's been reviewed and it's actually been counted out. We're holding on. At this point, boys, we are holding on as Lewandowski just puts that wide. Tighten up, boys. We need to tighten up here for the last few minutes of the game. I'm going to make another substitute just to try and waste time, basically. Oh no, I can't make another substitute. All right, scrap that. Lyon are still drawing with PSV, I think. Let's have a look at the latest scores. No, PSV have scored. PSV have scored, so they actually are beating Lyon. That is huge. That is huge for the long-term part of this. I don't even know what to say. That is a great win. Well done, lads. A great win for us. Yeah, long-term, that is a very weird result for the actual group stage. With PSV winning that game, potentially they can still go through now. But I know for a fact PSV aren't a very strong side, so that, I don't know where I'm clicking, I don't know what I'm doing. That has really stirred the pot there. So yeah, might be slacking in the league, but looking at the Champions League group, we're doing very, very well. PSV, that is their first win of this. They've lost 4-0, 2-0 and 5-1 to all of us. And then at home to Lyon, they've managed to pull a result off. Unreal. Antony as well. Is he injured? I don't know why they didn't put out a strong side for us, Bayern Munich. But that has really gone in our favour. I'll just quickly show you the overview of the groups. Looks like Juventus, well, Liverpool have qualified. Looks like Juventus is going to qualify as well. Looks like we're going to qualify for this group if we can manage to get a win against PSV. That sort of secures our win in the group. Qualification in the group, sorry. Man United qualifying as well as perhaps AC Milan and Valencia maybe. Benfica and Barcelona qualifying for their groups. Paris Saint-Germain, Augsburg and Man City. Augsburg doing very well. They beat Man City 1-0 in Kiev as well. So it looks like they might be on the verge of going through. Atletico Madrid on the ropes. 2 losses there for them. They've had a very poor year. Atletico Madrid, a potential target for maybe next season's job. And then Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund look like they're doing the work, but Salzburg coming back into it. But yeah, very interesting few results here. But again, it's heating up here in these sort of episodes. The schedule, I'll show you next time we shall join you. It is against Lyon, the last game of the group stage. It'll be a pivotal one for us as well if we don't get that win against PSV. But I shall play these next 5 games and come back to you. Hopefully a better position in the league and potentially already qualifying for the Champions League next knockout round. So, an interesting one. I shall join you in the next episode. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, leave a like as ever. Subscribe if you are new to the series. And I hope you're enjoying this sort of content. And I shall catch you in the next episode. Ciao.